Well, look at what happened. I got to say, you've handled this very, very well, Chris. Nicely done.
Oh, thank you.
Canine Solutions. We figured we'd have a little dog segment, come in and just talk about dogs. Everybody's got dog questions. I didn't realize how many of you had dog questions.
No, me either.
I appreciate the emails. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them. I'm going to condense a bunch of them.
Sure.
And because the theme is the same, and the question is, and the website is caninests.com. Caninests.com. And if you got dog behavior issues and stuff like that. I confess that I've been a previous owner of a Doberman, and I watched people be afraid of a Doberman that was honestly one of the most gentle and loving dogs I've ever had. It was a wonderful, wonderful dog. Yet here I stand 20 years later, 25 years later, and I am nervous around pit bulls. Any pit bull. You could have a pit bull, tell me it's the nicest dog on the planet. I will be skittish of it. And the question that a lot of people have is it something that's bred? Is it something that the dog naturally has, that aggression, or is it all the owner / trainer?
It depends on the dog. There are people who are, I mean, I'm Irish. There's Irish people that are nice. There's Irish people that are not.
Yes.
It depends.
Sitting right there, buddy.
He's not Irish.
Half Irish.
Leprechaun.
Yeah, he is.
So,
Say I'm naked.
no. I don't eat shrimp. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Not just one.
Yes.
You mean?
But it's the pit bull thing. People have myths about pit bulls. Their brains swell. They have lockjaw. If they had lockjaw, they couldn't eat. They just take a bite and that's it. You don't have to call a locksmith.
I'm going to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm going to tell you that I actually believe that their jaws could lock into a position and be not like locked, but just stay closed. No, am I wrong in that?
Show him your arm, Aiden. Show him your arm. That's a live bite from a very friendly pit bull. Believe it or not, we have.
That's not helping me be less afraid of them.
Well, a 15-year-old kid just punked you out over here. He's like, I'll take a bite from a pit bull. We do a lot of personal protection work with dogs. I am the only trainer in the world who has put a pit bull on a police department as a dual-purpose police canine. I donated my old dog. It's the Clay County Sheriff's Department in Kansas City, or Kansas. They couldn't afford a dog, so I gave them my protection-trained dog. He could detect drugs. If all those myths were true, there's no way this dog is certified. There's no way.
You're right.
It's very hard because the Dogo Argentino that we talk about on the news there, the lady, that people say on the internet, oh, big white pit bull. Pit bull bite statistics are so inflated because if people don't know what they're looking at, then an American Bulldog is a pit bull. I've seen Dobermans and Rottweilers get accused of being pit bulls when they're being aggressive. Oh, look at that pit bull! Look at that pit bull!
Right. And that is true, because whenever you see a news story of a dog bite, if anything at all is attacked by a dog, it's a dog.
Yep.
Unless it's a pit bull.
Right.
Then it was attacked by a pit bull.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Which is exactly plays into the way I feel, the way it makes me nervous.
But don't you feel like that you're a product of the media?
Yes.
That it's just
yes.
Well, it's fantastic. It's like anything. You guys are in mainstream media. And if you hear something on the news that's fantastic, do you ever just kind of cover the mic and go, oh, that's not true. It's just far-fetched. Like, people blow things out of proportion.
Oh yeah, they do. They do. We don't choose to not talk about good stories. Good story is a good story, and I don't really operate that way. But some I'm sure might.
Yeah, but if you look at the videos on my website of the problem dogs, you'll see. I think there's one pit bull on there, but I get 90% are not pit bulls.
Is there one type of dog that is more difficult to train for whatever reason?
The Sinjis.
I don't even know what that is, my friend.
Smells like a small dog to me.
It's a cat. It's like a cat.
It's a cat.
No, it's I'm telling you, Basenjis make me like I can't. Basenjis are tough because they're sight hounds from Egypt, and they're very, very independent, just like a cat. So it's a very tough dog to train just because it has the characteristics of a feline, not a canine.
Mm-hmm.
Why would someone want one of those dogs then?
They like cats, but they want a dog.
That's confusing.
I got a guy here that says my female yellow lab is constantly humping the side of my male yellow lab. How do I get him to stop?
Well, you teach the male dog to fake an orgasm. Is what you do. Yeah.
Then they've done that.
I have-
Then they've
It's funny
done
how Andy got that email.
that. That is
A couple
funny.
people have asked, how do you become a dog trainer, and how do you know that the person that is doing the training actually knows what they're doing
Oh.
and what qualifications?
Here's the deal. I just put up on my blog that fast food dog training. I can't say the name, but I went to a pet company that offers dog training, big pet store.
Yeah.
And there's a, God bless her, there's a 17-year-old girl in there with a dog trainer on the back of her shirt teaching a class, and it's, they just don't want to be obedient today. You can go online and become a certified master trainer in 6 weeks. In 6 weeks. I can't do anything in 6 weeks and become a master at it. How long have you been doing radio, Greg?
28
years.
28 years.
Next week, I think.
And, I'm sure you have some kind of degree or certification, but how much did you learn in that 28 years?
Everything.
And how much did you screw up?
Most.
Yeah, and
Most.
that's how you learn, by
Yeah.
screwing up. The problem is that dog training methods nowadays are...
I screwed up this morning, man. Already today.
Yes, the day is young.
Not a day goes by when you
Yeah.
don't make the mistakes.
But there's two things. Knowledge replaces fear, which means you have to go through this. Dog trainers nowadays get cookies and fairy farts and rainbows, and they just want to, everything's happy, happy, happy. It's not like that. The second thing about being a
Did you
dog...
just say fairy farts?
I did. That's awesome. Scratch you. But the other part of it too is that nobody really wants to see a dog uncomfortable.
Right.
And most of the dog problems that we have nowadays require the dog to stop the behavior. Well, it's just like, when Andy's, dating a girl and she doesn't want to date him anymore. He tries to change the relationship back. There's restraining orders, things like that.
Buys her a coach bag and she's on her way.
That's it. Get out.
It's a parting
That's
gift.
So, but you understand, it's like whenever you change that relationship, the dog is going to rebel.
Yeah.
And say, I want it back to where I was getting more and you were getting less. So it's hard.
It's interesting how you sit there and like I said, I love my dog and we got a great. I mean, I think she's a great dog. But a lot of what you said is true. She controls the relationship, whether or not I want to admit it. She controls the relationship, and I allow that to happen because she doesn't really do anything. She does nothing, that's outwardly bad. But some things that I want to work on, like I said about getting upset when somebody 1 out of 15 person comes in the house. That's something I got to work on.
You're lowering the bar, though. That gets worse. That will get worse. If the dog was successful at making Laura go away, then the dog puts that in the pocket and says,
What if I told her to make Laura go away? Would that be okay? Then she would be listening to me.
let me come over with a dog that knows what it's doing and we can make her go away. You know what I mean?
Well, dude, it was great, man. Thank you, man. Appreciate it. I know
my
a lot of
pleasure.
listeners dig it. You can
I'm
tell by the
sorry
amount of
we couldn't
emails
get
and stuff.
to
I've been trying to get
all
as
of
many as we can. But we'll have you in again at some point.
Yeah, anytime.
Okay,
Anytime. Happy to help.
Canine Solutions, and it's K9STS.com,
Right.
and Chris is out of Lebanon, Maine. So.
And it's K, the letter K.
Letter K.
Number 9.
STS.com.
Yeah, I didn't know anybody that would write out the word 9. I didn't know anybody that would write out.
And Andy said, it's K.
Yes, it is K. And
I
then
love
followed
you.
by a
Might try to
9.
put in C-A-N-I.
All right.
People, then they need more than a dog trainer.
Right, that's
Watch
true.
your tone.
Watch your tone. All right, Chris, thank you very much. When we
you.
come back, we got news and sports.
Come to Canine Solutions. K9.
Sit, monkey.
We put some boundaries on Greg today.